Since endorsed Joe Biden, who will need those progressive.
Okay, there are currently 14 people left, and we are. I am calling a $12,000 bet by this person in second place.
Hard for him to let go. That was a hard-fought primary, and it showed in the convention speech that we saw 4 years ago. Tonight, though, we're expecting Bernie Sanders to be striking that note of unity, expecting
he went all in,
to his supporters,
betting that I didn't hit anything, and he is right. I have no diamonds, no 8, no ace, and he went all in, so I can't bluff him. So I'm gonna fold here, and that'll push me into second place overall, like it says up in the upper corner here. All right, I'll let that one slide. I didn't want to drop all the way down, but I should be in second place overall right now. There's 11 people left. The final table starts with 2 more people go out. So I've got a pair now, which is a strong hand.
And the worst economic collapse since the Great Depression.
I'm going to push it a little bit.
Systemic racism and the enormous threat to our planet of climate change.
Now they're going to have a good hand to call this.
We have a president who is not only incapable,
and a pair of 8s is a really good hand.
But is leading us down the path of authoritarianism.
All right, they folded out. All right, they have a pair of queens to my pair of 8s.
In response to the
I am 2 cards to a straight,
we need an unprecedented response.
4 cards to a straight, open-ended. I need a 10s and 8s, 10s and queens win. I also, so the queens win. I am now in second place still.
Let me take this opportunity to say a word.
I am going to fold that hand.
Who supported my campaign this year.
Let the big stack take over a little bit.
My friends, thank you for your trust.
All right, they called. This should play.
Me and our family. Together, we have moved this country.
This tournament started with about 300 people.
Black and white.
We are down to 11, and the top 9 all get paid, and I'm in second position. I just gotta not be rash.
Based on the principles of justice, love, and compassion.
All right, chip leader moves into a bigger chip lead. Oh, and they got a call. I thought he won that.
And is getting stronger every day. Many of the ideas we fought for.
That would put Juan all in. They're all in. Ace Jack, but the kings win.
But let us be clear. If Donald Trump is reelected,
so we're down to 10 people. I just got to avoid tackling the chip leader, who's over 100,000 right now. I was the chip leader about 4 hands ago. I had up to 70,000. And they sucked out on me on a good hand that I had. I got a pair here, which is good. So I'm going to have to call anybody weak going in. All right, chip leader called it. He's trying to take me out.
This is not normal, and we must
as long as Lizzo doesn't raise, we'll be good. They folded. So I'm going to check. I'm not going to raise them. I'd like to hit a deuce.
I and my family and many of yours know the insidious way authoritarianism destroys democracy, decency, and humanity.
They're trying to take me out. Yeah, that was a good bet.
I will work with progressives, with moderates,
they bet 48,000.
with conservatives to preserve.
If I call them, I go out in 10th place.
That so many of our heroes fought and died to defeat.
Oh, they had the ace and 9. Oh, they were good.
But by rejecting science, he has put our lives and
all right, I'm the small blind.
Trump has attacked doctors.
I'm still in second place. I don't know how.
Protect us from the pandemic.
But I'm trying to get through one more blind so I can get to the final table.
gowns and gloves our healthcare workers desperately need.
If the chip leader gets in this hand, it's going to hurt us again.
While Rome burned, Trump golfs. His actions
They're using their time bank because they're going to go all in if they go all in on this hand.
170,000 deaths and a nation still unprepared to protect its.
I've been out in this 10th position a couple of times on plays like that, but luckily I didn't hit anything. Now, if I had a deuce, I would have called.
Since this pandemic began, over 30
And then I would have been the chip leader after that play.
have lost their jobs, and many have lost their health insurance.
Person's using their whole time bank. They get 90 seconds, they're down to 50.
And they're worried that they will
Right, they used half of it, haven't made a decision yet.
How has Trump responded? Instead of maintaining the $600 a week unemployment,
I mean, they don't want to go out in 10th spot. They'd like to get 500 chips.
$1,200 emergency checks that many of you received. Instead of helping small businesses,
I need one more person to go out. This is called the bubble.
executive orders that do virtually nothing to address the crisis while threatening the very future of Social Security and Medicare.
All right, they're probably going to fold, use their whole time bank.
That even before Trump's negligent response to this pandemic, too many hard-working families have been caught on an economic treadmill with no hope of ever getting ahead. Together, we must build a nation that is more equitable, more compassionate.
So they have all that money, so they raised, which is going to cost me another $5,000 because I would have to go all in again and potentially be out. So I'm not going to do it. 15 might go all in.
Joe supports raising the minimum
They're
wage
using
to
all of their
$15
time
an
bank.
hour. This will give 40 million workers a pay raise and push the wage
So it's
scale
pretty
up
interesting
for
that
everyone else. Joe will also make
everyone's
it
trying to
easier
use
for
all of their
workers to
time
join
bank
unions, create
because they're hoping somebody goes out on the other
paid
table.
leave, fund
That's the
universal
purpose
pre-K
of using the
for 3
time
and
bank.
4-year-olds,
I understand
and
now.
childcare affordable for
They need
millions
one
of
person to
families.
go out on the other
Joe will
table
rebuild our crumbling infrastructure and fight
so that
the
they
threat
could
of
come
climate
in
change
the top
by
9.
transitioning us to 100% clean
None, I
electricity
understand. So I'm going to use my
next
time bank
15
too.
years. These initiatives will create millions of good-paying jobs all across our country. As you know, we are the only industrialized
Where the chip leader
nation
didn't bother.
not to guarantee
They're going to make the
healthcare
final
for
table.
all
It'll be almost impossible to get
While
them
Joe
out.
and I disagree on the best path.
But once you get to
universal
500
coverage,
chips, it don't
he
matter.
has a plan that will
I wouldn't be
greatly
surprised if
expand
the other
healthcare
table's not
and
doing the
cut
same
the
thing.
cost of prescription drugs. Further,
There's only 10
we will
people, so there's
lower
5
the
on our table,
eligibility
5 on
age
their
of
table.
Medicare from 65 down to 60.
So
To help reform
Look at this.
our broken criminal justice system.
That's
Joe
pretty
will end
clever.
Private prisons and detention centers, cash bail, and the school to prison pipeline. And to heal the soul of our nation.
So I got 80 seconds
Joe
in my
Biden
time
will
bank.
end the hate and division
Oh, our table
Trump
filled
has
up.
created.
I think everybody here is on the final table.
Immigrants, the coddling of white nationalists,
I think we're on the final
the
table.
racist dog whistling, the religious bigotry, and the ugly attacks on women. My friends, I say to you, to
Let me see,
everyone
2,
who
4,
supported
6,
other
8,
candidates in the
9.
primary,
So I'm
and
going
to those who
to,
may have voted for Donald Trump in
I'm
the
going to give
last
myself about
election.
60 seconds.
The future of our democracy is at stake. The future of our economy is at stake. The future of our planet is at stake. We must come together, defeat.
All right, yeah, he had a pair of 8s, so he did the right thing, but pair of 9s is beating him.
And Vice President.
If somebody pairs up higher,
The
he
price of
loses.
failure is just too great to imagine.
Oh, he has a boat. Chip Leader got a boat and took out 2 more people.
Won in the Democratic National Convention a searing indictment of the incumbent president.
So now we're at the final table.
Also a call to unity and common cause.
Congratulations, everyone who made it to the final table. Okay, so what that's showing us now is that there is only 2, 4, 6, 7 people left. And I am ranked 3rd. I'm in 3rd place right now.
Obama hates politics, but she is going to be political tonight, taking on Donald Trump.
So there's another bubble. Everyone that goes out in places 6, 7, 8, and 9 gets 500 trips, but the top 5 get more.
Endorsement from the most popular Democrat, the Democratic Party.
So the table just went on break. We'll come back for final table action. Let me take you into the tournament lobby.
How will she go? How will she temper those remarks going after Donald Trump tonight?
We'll get a little bit of a look at what we have here. All right, so the chip leader has 102,571 chips.
I don't think it was difficult. I think she is in this.
Somebody has 0 right now, so that's of the bottom 9. And the average is 25,670, which is right about where I'm at. And that's what gets me in 3rd place. There's a number of people with smaller stacks. This poker tournament is open to all club members. Registration opens 60 minutes before the start time. You do not need to use any tournament points to enter. First place will win 1,000 tournament points. Tournament points are awarded to all players at the final table. See site for terms and conditions. Starting chips 1,000. We all started with 1,000 chips. I have about 25 now, 24 something. We've eliminated 287 players, and there's about, I guess they add 9 to that, so there's 296 that started, and we're down to the last 7. So let me close this. And this table's still on break for another minute, but I wanted you to get a feel for what was there. My last hand was Jack 3, which would have lost to the boat, the pair of 8s over 9s. All right, I got a king on this hand. Somebody's all in. 2 people fold. Let me see. Oh, 16,000 to call. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Call 16,000.
All those folks who sacrificed and overcame
I don't understand.
so much in their own times because they wanted something.
Oh, it's 8,000 and 16,000. This is gonna go fast. Oh my God. The Andes are 1,600.
A lot of struggle.
Oh my God. That's large. Meaning anyone who calls is all in, like that. So I'm not gonna be all in on my next hand, but I'll either be out of it or in it. Let's see, 2, 3, 4, Queen, 6s, 2, 3, 4. Wow, 5 would do good for the low guy. All right, 6s. There's no other pairs. The ace wins. Chip leader is up to almost 200,000. Wow. That's what you call good luck. I'm the big blind, and I got a king high. So he folded. Chip leader's going to take me out right here. All these guys got to do is fold to stay in. He's going to put me all in, most likely. He might just call. Oh, they went all in with their hand. So I'm all in now. So I wasn't going to fold my hand. And he only has 8-9. I am leading this group right now. Now the chip leader's leading. Oh no, I got 3 3s. I'm still leading. There's 3. Oh, the little guy got a flush, but that's still good for me. All right, so the little guy wins his a little bit, but I get the rest. I get 34,000. All right, so that takes a lot of money from the chip leader, but not enough. But I survived my big blind. I'm gonna get in on this hand too.
Maybe they were fed up. Maybe they thought the outcome wouldn't be close. Maybe the barriers felt too steep.
They didn't raise me.
In the end, Those choices
I didn't hit, but I don't think they hit either. So I'm gonna go max.
National popular vote by nearly 3 million votes. In one of the
They got sixes and I got sevens. I'm leading.
The winning margin.
I'm still leading.
Out to just two
I just need a bucket, a barrel, or nothing.
2 votes.
9, I win.
And we've all been living with the consequences.
Sevens win.
When my husband
I
and
move
I
into
were
solid
Joe
second
Biden at
place.
his side, we had a record-breaking stretch of job creation. We'd secured the
Ace
right
4.
to have
Having an ace is good.
for
So I'm gonna
20
call
million
this
We will
and try
respect
to,
our
and it's up to
rallying
20,000.
our
The
allies
blinds
to
are
confront
20,000,
climate
10 and
change.
20. So 2 people are all in, and all we need to do is call to get them out.
To help prevent an
They
Ebola
raised.
outbreak from becoming
I'm gonna
a
call.
global pandemic.
Because this will get me into the
4
game.
years later, the
I hit a
state of
4.
this nation is
So I'm
very
gonna
different.
go.
More than 150,000 people have died.
I also got a spade.
And our
Chip
economy
leader
is in
folded.
shambles because
I've
of
got
the
the lead.
virus that this
I've got the lead
president
again.
controlled for too long.
Oh no, Jack has the lead, but they're
It has
small.
left millions
I need an
of
ace to take them
dollars.
all out.
Too many have lost their health care.
2,
Too
3,
many are
4.
struggling to
All right, I
take
get
care
half the
of
money.
Basic necessities like food and rent.
I got
Too
59,000,
many communities have
and I'm up to
been left in the lurch
92,000.
to grapple with whether and how to
Queen
open our
9.
schools safely.
I could let this go.
Internationally, we've
I'm not
turned
gonna
our back
battle the
not
chip
just
leader
on
on this
agreements
one.
forged by my husband,
I want him to take
but
that other
on
guy out.
alliances championed by
All right.
presidents like Reagan
So this guy was in
and
second
Ford.
place, and he's all in right
And
now.
here at home, as George Floyd, Breonna Taylor,
2-8 against
and
the chip
never-ending
leader.
list of innocent people of color continue
It's
to be
still
murdered.
King Queen is
Stating
winning.
the simple fact that a black life
Jack's King
matters
Queen. If he hits a
is
2 or 8,
still
though, he
met
wins.
with derision from the nation's highest
7,
office.
4, 5, 6. Yep.
Because whenever we look
So
to
King
this
Queen
office
wins.
for some leadership or
And
consolation,
chip leader is a lot closer to me now. They're 105 and I'm 90,000. They only, and I've got a good hand.
And a total and utter lack of empathy. Empathy. That's something
I'll let
I've
this
been
hand
thinking
play
a lot
out.
about lately.
See if I can hit.
The ability to walk
I got
in
a
someone
straight.
else's shoes.
So they should bet big to try to get me off my hand.
Recognition that someone else's experience has value too. Most of us practice this without a second thought. If we see someone suffering or struggling, we don't stand in judgment.
Now they might
We
have a
reach
flush.
out, because
That would hurt
there,
me.
But for the grace of God go I. It is not a hard concept to grasp. It's what we teach our children.
They got a flush. They got me.
Unlike so many,
I can't beat
Rock
them.
and I have tried our best
I'm out.
to instill in our girls a strong moral foundation to carry forward.
Can't believe they had
values
hearts.
that our parents and grandparents poured
So,
into us.
I got 700 tournament points. The most you could get is 1,000.
Seeing what happens
I
when
thought
we
my straight was good when I flopped it.
of one another.
But
They're
after the
now
fact,
wondering
he hit a
if we've
4
been
of hearts
lying to them
on
this whole
the
time about who we are
on the
and
turn.
what we truly
That
are.
gave him a flush with his 2 small hearts, and then a deuce of club came on the end. So I was in the lead though with the straight on the flop. I needed to dodge a heart. I did good though. 700 tournament points is solid. All right, guys, that was a winning round. I came in 4th overall. The other 2 players got 800, 900, and then the winner's going to get 1,000. About 300 more tournament chips than I did. Another good finish, another final table, and my percentages are good. Oh, let's look at my chip count. So I was down to about 700 tournament chips. Let me see what my current balance is. All right, I got 1,700 tournament chips now. And you start with 5,000 play chips. I've got 8,400. So, and you only start with 500 normally tournament chips. So even though I spent 2,000 last weekend and another 300, I'm back up to 1,700 and I'm at 8,400 on the player chips, which is a plus 3,400, and I'm plus 1,200 on tournament chips, which is really good playing. That just means I'm way to the plus side, and I could use another tournament and finish in about the same spot, and that'll give me over 2,000 tournament chips in order to get into one of the big tournaments that has money involved. So I'll play again tomorrow. Have a great evening from Ricardo757 Poker. Let me log out. Great job.